We say later, later, until later becomes too late, and all we can think of is if only. Perhaps home is not a place, but simply an irrevocable condition. By what men think, we create the world around us, daily new. Failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor. Be patient when becoming someone you haven't been before. Make the most of yourself, for that is all there is of you. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. A common man marvels at uncommon things. A wise man marvels at the commonplace. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. The most important decision you make is to be in a good mood. If you remember me, then I don't care if everyone else forgets. It's good to do uncomfortable things. It's weight training for life. I don't want life to imitate art. I want life to be art. Learn from yesterday. Live for today. Hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of others. The best knowledge is knowing yourself and your inner being. Life provides chances to open your heart all the time. But man's duty is to try and endeavor. Success depends upon chance and environments. Don't be afraid to say I don't know and seek knowledge from others. There's nothing more frightful than ignorance in action. From a certain point onward, there's no longer any turning back. Your sacred space is where you can find yourself over and over again. Don't be afraid of being different. Be afraid of being the same as everyone else. We don't have to defeat any individual but our own self. Almost nobody dances sober unless they happen to be insane. But truly, if I were not Alexander, I would be Diogenes. When your intentions are pure, so too will be your success. A single death is a tragedy. 1,000,000 deaths is a statistic. Fear is the polio of the soul, which prevents our walking by faith. Better the comfort of a lie than the absurdity of the truth. At times, even a 90% compatibility rate ends in a breakup. Be grateful for what you already have while you pursue your goals. Life would be unbearably dull if we had answers to all our questions. It is an acceptance of being uncomfortable that drives change. The truth is not always beautiful, nor beautiful words the truth. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Ability will never catch up with the demand for it. It doesn't matter how great your shoes are if you don't accomplish anything in them. In war, then, let your great object be victory, not lengthy campaigns. Unless you enter the tiger's lair, you cannot get hold of the tiger's cubs. Stay close to anything that makes you glad you are alive. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. History, Stephen said, is a nightmare from which I am trying to awake. Truth is as straight as an arrow, while a lie swivels like a snake. Nothing truly valuable arises from ambition or from a mere sense of duty. It stems rather from love and devotion towards men and towards objective things. I had to philosophize, otherwise I could not live in this world. Only one who devotes himself to a cause with his whole strength and soul can be a true master. For this reason, mastery demands all of a person. Cleverness isn't always true, nor is the truth always clever. An unexciting truth may be eclipsed by a thrilling falsehood. A whetstone, though it cannot cut, may sharpen a knife that will. There's no such thing in anyone's life as an unimportant day. Truth is what stands the test of experience. The perfect man uses his mind as a mirror. It grasps nothing. It regrets nothing. It receives, but does not keep. When we are most alone is when we embrace another's loneliness. Great wisdom is generous. Petty wisdom is contentious. Great speech is impassioned. Small speech cantankerous. If ignorant both of your enemy and yourself, you are certain to be in peril. Any intelligent fool can make things bigger and more complex. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. If you know yourself, but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer a defeat. He was a lonely ghost, uttering a truth that nobody would ever hear. The consequences of every act are included in the act itself. Anything not worth doing is worth not doing well. Think about it. The moon does not simply disappear when we are not looking at it. He who knows he is a fool is not the biggest fool. He who knows he is confused is not in the worst confusion. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. If thinking should precede acting, then acting must succeed thinking. Life changes very quickly, in a very positive way if you let it. Follow your heart, listen to your inner voice, stop caring about what others think. Don't chase. Elevate your game and be someone worth chasing after. People throw stones at you, and you convert them into milestones. Spies are a most important element in water, because on them depends an army's ability to move. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza. I knew it like destiny, and at the same time, I knew it as choice. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Convince your enemy that he will gain very little by attacking you. This would diminish his enthusiasm. It's not the men in your life that matters. It's the life in your men. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. Positive expectations are the mark of the superior personality. Colors blind the eye, sounds deafen the ear, flavors numb the taste, thoughts weaken the mind, desires wither the heart. Sometimes we create our own heart, breaks through expectation. Without local guides, your enemy employs the land as a weapon against you. Fix your mind on truth. Hold firm to virtue. Rely on loving kindness, and find your recreation in the arts. As for methods of prayer, all are good, as long as they are sincere. Learn from who you were, appreciate who you've become, and carefully invest into who you want to be. The true vocation of man is to find his way for himself. The inner fire is the most important thing mankind possesses. I like people who refuse to speak until they are ready to speak. That it will never come again is what makes life so sweet. There is no truth, Stephanie said mistressly, only perspectives. Life doesn't require ideals, it requires standards of action. Faced with what is right, to leave it undone shows a lack of courage. Prioritize your physical and mental health. They are your most valuable assets. Talent is helpful in writing, but guts are absolutely essential. Law is made by the winner to preserve victory over the loser. When you are ignorant of the enemy, but know yourself, your chances of winning or losing are equal. All I have is all I need, and all I need is all I have in this moment. You know, the minute you stop thinking about it, it'll happen. If you think you are too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. If truth doesn't set you free, generosity of spirit will. Most of what matters in our lives takes place in our absence.